In the last video, we came across transport services available to applications. Now, we'll see transport services provided by the internet. Up to this point, we have been considering transport services that a computer network could provide in general. Let's now get more specific and examine the type of transport services provided by the internet. And the internet make use of two transport protocols which are available to applications. They are TCP and UDP. TCP is a transmission control protocol and UDP is a user datagram protocol. A TCP is a connection oriented service and a UDP is a connectionless service. When you want to create a new network applications for the internet, one of the first decision we have to make is that whether to use UDP or TCP. Each of these protocol offer a different set of services to the applications. Let us see the transport layer services requirement for some selected applications. As you can see in this table, at the first column, you can see the applications like file transfer or file download, email, electronic mail, web documents, internet telephony or video conferencing, streaming stored audio or video, interactive games, and instant messaging. These are the applications. Then second column indicates data loss, third column indicates throughput, and fourth column indicates time sensitive. In file transfer or file download, there is no loss of data. Whatever the data sent from the sender is received at the receiver side, and throughput is less and no time sensitive. The data sent and received according to the bandwidth available, so it is not a time sensitive application. In email, there is no loss of data. Whatever the mail sent by the sender is received correctly at the receiver end, and throughput is elastic and time sensitive is no, because the mail can be received at any time. In web documents, there is no loss of data and throughput is elastic, that is a few kilobytes per second is required for throughput and no time sensitive. In internet telephony or video conferencing, it is a data loss tolerant application. Some loss of data can be tolerated in these applications. Throughput is for audio, it requires a few kilobytes per second to 1 Mbps. For video, it requires 10 kbps up to 5 Mbps. And time sensitive, yes, it is time sensitive. It requires 100 seconds of milliseconds to deliver the data between the sender and the receiver. In streaming stored audio video application, it is also data loss tolerant application. Some loss of data can be tolerated in this application. Throughput is same as the internet telephony or video conferencing. Time sensitive, yes, it is time sensitive. Few seconds is required to deliver the data between the sender and receiver. So hence it is a time sensitive application. The interactive games, it is also a data loss tolerant application. Some loss of data can be tolerated in this application. Throughput is a few kilobytes to up to 10 kbps is required, and time sensitive, yes, hundreds of milliseconds is required in this application. Example, PUBG games. Instant messaging, there is no loss of data. Whatever the message or messages sent by the sender is received at the receiver end. Throughput is elastic and time sensitive, yes and no. Sometimes delivery of data requires time sensitive and some other time it is not required. So hence time sensitive maybe yes and no in this case. Here in this video, I'll cover a little about TCP and UDP. In coming videos, I'll discuss we'll see more about the TCP and UDP. The TCP service model, it includes a connection-oriented service and a reliable data transfer service. So what is this connection-oriented service? So before start exchanging data between two hosts or between a client and a server, it needs to perform handshaking. So what is this handshaking? Handshaking means both client and server need to exchange the transport layer control information with each other before the messages, the data begins to flow between the client and server. For example, two persons are introducing themselves before the start of the conversation. So this is so-called handshaking procedure. After the handshaking phase, a TCP connection is said to be exist between the sockets of the two processors. The connection is a full duplex connection in that two processors can send messages to each other over the connection at same time. Reliable data transfer service. The communicating process can depend fully on TCP to deliver all data sent without error and sent in a proper order. When one side of the application process starts to send the stream of bytes into the socket, it can depend on a TCP to deliver the same stream of bytes to the receiving socket with no missing or duplicate bytes. TCP also includes a congestion control mechanism. The TCP congestion control mechanism controls the flow of data between the sender and receiver when the network is congested. I'll discuss more about this TCP congestion control mechanism in coming videos. UDP, it is connectionless, so there is no handshaking before the two processors start to communicate between them. UDP provides an unreliable data transfer service. That is, when a processor sends a message into the UDP socket, UDP provides or does not provide or does not guarantees the data delivered to the receiving end. UDP does not include a congestion control mechanism. So the sending side of the UDP can pump up or pump the data at any rate it wants. Note, however, that the actual end-to-end throughput may be less than this rate due to the limited transmission capacity or the available bandwidth. Let us see some popular internet applications, their application layer protocols and their underlying transport layer protocols. So it is shown in the below table. We see that the email, remote terminal access, the web, file transfer and streaming multimedias all uses a TCP. So these applications have chosen TCP primarily because TCP provides reliable data transfer and guarantees that all data will get to its destination properly. As you can see in this table, the electronic mail application which uses the SMTP protocol, that is a simple mail transfer protocol, and the underlying transport protocol is TCP. And remote terminal access which uses the telnet as the application layer protocol and TCP as the transport layer protocol. And the web which uses HTTP hypertext transfer protocol as application layer protocol and TCP as the transport protocol. And file transfer, it uses FTP as a application layer protocol and TCP as the transport layer protocol. So here you can see the RFC, So RFC is a request for comments, is a publication from the Internet Society and its associated bodies. Streaming multimedia, it uses HTTP as the application layer protocol, and the underlying transport layer protocol is TCP. And internet telephony, it uses the SIP, that is session initiation protocol, and the RTP protocol, that is a real time transport protocol. It uses both TCP and the UDP. Internet telephony application often are designed to use TCP as a backup if UDP communication fails. Thank you for watching this video.